Good evening and welcome to Gray Barn Antiques. Tonight's video is going to be a little bit different than our normal one where I focus upon one booth. Tonight I want to give you a walk around our shop just so you can get a better idea, if you have not been in the shop, of where the booths are. So please forgive the mess, and I have already turned off some of the lights. It is after hours at Gray Barn, and I just wanted to do a little quick walk around. When you walk in, most people seem to go to the left here, and right away you'll see our cement figurines. There's a few of them in here, and they are 20% off if they're not marked firm. Most of our vendors are discounted. I will go over the discounts and tell you who's not as I walk around. The discounts are the same for cash or credit. So up here is 20% off. I'm just going to kind of walk through and wait for the sirens to go by. You can see that. There's an ambulance route here. So here's our front door that I just walked in. Now in this corner, there's another vendor as well, and she is also 20% off. Now right next to her and blocked by the stuff that goes outside of the door during the day, we do bring everything in at night. And these items that you see on these racks are 20% off. Behind it is our vendor, Kevin, the train guy, vendor number 15, and he does not have a discount, but his prices are very good to begin with. And he is buying collections, so if you happen to have any for sale, just contact us for his information or grab his card when you're in here the next time and reach out to Kevin directly. Be sure to visit mecca.org for upcoming train shows and events. Great little page. You click on it. There's some shows coming up in Rutherford, York, and wherever the shows are, they'll have them posted on there. So I'm going to start with, as you can see, the counter is straight ahead when you walk in, the candies, the general store. On the left, you have the first vendor. As you can see, we have furniture. We have the tin signs. Those are $10 firm. They are brand new, all kinds of styles, organized very well. It's a multi-sided rack, and on each of the hooks, there are multiple signs. So you can take your time and go through those. You can see there's plenty of room, that you won't be in anybody's way. And again, anything that you see, the price tags, if you want any more information, you wish to purchase anything, just reach out to us. Direct message us on Facebook or Instagram. Send us an email at graybarnantiques.com. The information is in our bio on how to reach us. I have the comments off. I was suggested to turn them back on, but every time I do, I get a whole bunch of little spam comments in there. So I'll see how that goes. I might turn them back on so you can comment if there was a spot. You can say at this point of the video, I need more information on that. So again, these are 20% off if not marked firm. So you can see it's an eclectic mix up here with some newer stuff mixed in. These are lath ladders. They are made out of tobacco lath. So, and this is called the apple ladder style, and then there's the traditional. They are flat. They're just decorative. 20% off, so they become $14.40. Beautiful Eastlake dresser. Like I said, it's the same for cash or credit. We do take Visa, MasterCard, Discover. It's a lovely Eastlake piece of furniture here. It does have cosmetic issues. The vendors do try to mark on the tags any problems as found cosmetic issues. Structurally, it is sound. The drawers do work fantastic on this. It is a nice old piece. The mirror does come off for easier transportation. Be sure to look up and down, like I've always said when I'm inside one person's booth. But I do have some people that have actually not been in the shop physically. They just have purchased with us during our Facebook Live, and we've shipped out to them, or just haven't had the chance to get up here since we moved to our new location. So just kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like in here. And you can see straight across, that is our case, and some more vendor bookcases and such are in that room. And be sure to look up, as I've said. And there's a lot of lighted cabinets and such. I did kill the lights in the back in the booths, so you won't be seeing all the lighting that we have in here. And you can see each shelf is a different vendor. So you'll see some they tend to specialize in one thing more than the other. Most of them do have an eclectic mix. And again, you do get those discounts. You can see that we have the black lights in the cases that the vendors have put in there themselves, so you can see the wonderful Vaseline glass. Coin Guy is the other one. Coin and Byram are not discounted. So vendor Coin and vendor Byram do not have a discount. They are actually Byram Coin and Jewelry down the street from us. We are one of their retail locations. So you can come in here, get coins. They do have some jewelry with us, but that will not be discounted. The other thing not discounted is the new stuff in the general store. Otherwise, everybody's at least 20% off if it doesn't say firm. You can see a lovely assortment of pottery. And yes, we do ship the smaller items. So anything like this Baccarat perfume bottle, and that is what is 60, and it's signed on the bottom. It's 10 inches, so that'd be $48. You can see there's still some Yankee stuff left. We get an eclectic mix of everything. This is vendor Vintage Crush. We visited her last night, her booth. She has a bookcase in this room as well. Some of them have so much stuff that they got to get in here that they take extra space for that. So, and this is Betty's Treasure. She has this spot, and then she has a case in the shelf here. She has this beautiful Carnival and Cobalt glass. On the end here is Country Road. I'm going to focus on one thing in, not Country Road. He's Antique Barn. Sorry. Everybody's got a name for their booths, and it's been a long day. Fortunately, it was very busy. He is a 25% off. He only has this bookcase, but he's marked down this typewriter, which I cannot open up, but it's not working. But you can see all the information on this tag. $5 firm. So for my people who watch these videos and purchase, you know what to do. That is a great deal on a vintage typewriter. It's a nice one in there. Only $5. So, and then over here, we have our newest member is Good to Go. And he also has a case, a shelf in the case here. He's got this bookcase. And everybody over here that I'm showing you right now is 20% off. And check out this drawer that he created for his record albums. It slides in and out. He's got a whole bunch of vinyl down here, and that just slides in and out nice and easily. So that's nice. Little drawer. So 59 and then 20% off of that. So 47 something. And then this is our Avatar, New Jersey. He goes by. He's retired major from the Army. He has that built in, and then he has this bookcase here, which has more of his like home stuff, but you'll see there's also some military mixed in there as well, and vintage items of Star Wars. He has some Star Wars. He's going to be bringing in some more Star Wars. Another one of our lock cases has multiple vendors in it as well. Here is the Bronx Man Cave. As you can see, he specializes in the New York World's Fair. The 64 he's got a lot of. There's still some 39 World's Fair. And he is a 25% off vendor if it doesn't say firm. On the bottom shelf is Jazzy Junk. She has this shelf here. She is a 20% off vendor. She has a bookcase in here dedicated to her Christmas treasures, and then 2 booths in the back, which we'll get to. So like I said, this is just more of a walking tour of who's who and where they are in this shop. And Redeemable has this lock shelf, and she also has 2 booths. So again, like I said, our lock cases are multiple vendors. This shelf here is our Belmont Farmhouse. Right below her is the Hip Chick. And then below that is Vintage Crush, another of her spaces. Oh, and then over, I'm sorry, I almost forgot over here, Burning Sensation has this top shelf. And then they have this top shelf as well. And then they also have 2 booths in here. And then this is Andover Junction, our vendor that has been here the longest. She was one of the original Slackyville, manager and everything. And her family and her have lived in Andover Borough for several decades. And then this shelf here is the Looking Glass, who is on a little vacation up by the Finger Lakes. So, and then over here is where our costume jewelry is. This is from all of our vendors. We kind of have it all gathered here. You'll see that there's a couple of there's bracelets here. We have an old tool cabinet and the labels are on the drawers for you. And then there's another cabinet here as well that has labels on the drawers. So you can see, and the price is really good. If it doesn't say firm, you're taking 20% off. We have this thing that spins around, so lots of jewelry. And then we also have the bird case. We have a lot of nostalgic candies up by our general store area. Here's our card and information, some information about our Facebook Lives. A couple of other shops that we love to go to. Brickerville out by Lidditz. Wheel Antique Center out in Allentown. We have the Current Sunday Driver. Fudge samples, which are running low. The fudge is, we're getting a shipment in next week. This is the general store, which has an array of different types of items. We have local honey. I've got product that I have to get out. As you can see, there's a ton of it. Mrs. Bridges is imported from Scotland. syrup. We have Mrs. Miller's is from Ohio, and that's the double boiler method. Very good jams and jelly. We have some scone mix. Is very good. They make about 40 little scones per bag, and it's just 3 ingredients. It's super easy that you add. Bread sticks we have soy melts, shortbread. We even have some nice t-shirts, and they're only $16 each. They wash very well. We still have a small selection of knobs. I have a couple bottles of the Fusion hemp oil, the smaller bottle left. Was $13, trying to blow that out here at $5. We have the hardware, the drawers. I still have a ton of new stuff that I have to put out. Candles, we do have some greeting cards. They're only $2 and made in America. We do have Badger Balm. I have a couple boxes of Badger Balm that I have to get out. Bella and Bear, which I love. I've been using that product for over a year now. Our Coyer candles. There's soy with the cotton wick. Some bath bombs. And fresh made soaps. We have the goat milk soap. We have Nola's, which is out of New York, down by Louisiana. We have some votives from Country Roads, have great smells. We do have some taper candles as well. Some runners. So this booth is pretty much the new stuff. There's a couple of vintage things mixed in, and those will be 20% off. We have a lot of artwork up and above. Next month on this portion, we're going to have Good to Go is going to be adding his clocks that he makes, the laser cuts with the records. And this ends our candy. Then we have our bird case, which is there's many coins in here. And this rotates one direction only right now. We would have to sit down and figure out how to get the reverse to work, just haven't had time. We should have more time soon. After Don empties out across the street, we'll be out of there by October 31st, and then Sugar Plum Cottage will take over, and that will be a multi-vendor shop as well. So you can see there's a bunch of different things in here as well. And you see these shelves back here have stuff for sale as well. So I'm going to step back just because I want you to see the entrance to the big room. And I apologize, I've turned off some lights already, and a lot of the vendors' lights are on timers and they've gone off, and since this is after hours, they are out. So you've seen, we featured Auntie's Attic a few times already, and I don't know why Santa is still on. He's the Polaron Santa on the sleigh. Don said he was connected to a cord over there, but I turned that off and it's still on, so Santa might be on all night. Now this is Auntie's Attic. She is known as the Pyrex Lady. I'm going to just kind of lean over here and kill this switch so we don't have the fan going. Boy. Oh. All right, sorry. I just wanted to kill that was the Berg switch. Now that we're done playing with the Berg case, I can turn that off. You can see she has an eclectic mix of everything. And you'll notice that if you've been watching her videos, there were a bunch of other furniture pieces in here. They have since sold, and there's some smaller pieces in. On second thought, she does paint her own pieces and recreates them. There's a beautiful buffet here. I did her booth last week, I think, on a YouTube video of its own. So like I said, this is just a real cursory. This is what the shop looks like when you come in. Now we came through the big room. I'm going to the left. So this is the left half of the shop. Lizzie's Antiques over here. She has these 2 bookcases. Always a great little mix of everything. And everybody back in this, when you come through those doors, everybody back here is discounted, at least 20% off if it doesn't say firm. And that's, like I've said, same for cash or credit. So you don't have to, when you get back here, you're not asking who's on sale. It's easier to say who's not on sale for us. So Bronx Man Cave is 25% off. These lights do work. Like I said, I just turned things off. You can see he has a mix of everything. He does have a lot of license plates. He brought in some more of the $5. He's always got a great selection of street signs. He's got some Johnny Lightning. He had the bulk of the Christmas blow molds that we featured in the last couple of Facebook Lives, including the Nativity set, which sold instantly to a lady who had been looking for one for over 8 years. So that was wonderful to see her light up when she got that set, and hope to see it out. It's up in the Newton area, so that should be out on display after, I think she said after Halloween she's going to get it set up. So you can see there's just the candy canes and the lamppost to the left. She does have some great vintage games as well. And again, 25% off. So I'm going to turn around and we're going to face Vintage Crush, who I did last night. And Vintage Crush's daughter is getting married next week up in Salem, Massachusetts. A Halloween weekend wedding. How fun is that in the historic town of Salem? Now over here we have Pickin' Wildflowers, which we visited with before. You'll remember she has some beautiful lighting in her booth on that trellis that hangs from the top there. She's brought in another little cabinet down here. And again, if you see anything that you need more information on, just direct message me on Facebook or Instagram and let me know which items you need more information on, and I will gladly get that for you. Tonight we are just visiting the whole shop. Over here is Redeemable, one of her two booths, and that light does work. And over here is Burning Sensation Antiques, one of their booths. These tables here, they do make those. Ron makes those. He's made these two tables out of the fish tank bases. Check out this big table back here. Bellows coffee table, $250 firm. How cool is that? So as I tell people, don't think of, don't look at it and say, oh my gosh, that's so much money. This is an investment. You're not going to be replacing your furniture constantly left and right, and you're not going to get an IKEA table that beautiful and unique and wood for that price. The artwork, this is Redeemable, part of her booth, her wall here. She always has such great artwork. Now these cases, unfortunately, these are Burning Sensation, do not have the shelves, so you would have to have shelves built for them. We do have the keys for those. There's two of them. We do have those keys at the counter for those. And then you make the turn here. You can see we've used every little bit of space. And we have two more of our vendors over here. We have Norman's Knickknacks, who has two bookcases, and her neighbor, Country Road. And on the left here, this is our stage area where we do our Facebook Lives. I shouldn't cut out back here because this is a video, so I'm not streaming yet. So it seems to cut out when we stream, when we get about here in the shop. So we're working on that. This is the book Nook. And back here we do have a little spinning rack with different menus and flyers and such from local attractions. And here's Norman's Knickknacks. And she had those great Christmas stockings. They have all sold out. The nativity set that was in a box is gone. Country Road was in today, restocking. So the rooster lamp that was up there, that was a really good deal. And then you're going to come to the back here. This cabinet has sold. It's just getting ready to be picked up. And you'll see another wall with some art. And straight ahead is one of Jazzy Junk's booths. Now remember, we visited Jazzy Junk up front. She had the Christmas shelf and a shelf in the case. She's got a lot of Ray done. And again, 20% off the prices that you see on the tags if it doesn't say firm. So like this Quench Reamer is just $12. So she's got a lot of great artwork. Now I'm going to come in this way, and you can see, as I always say, look up and look down. There's always lots of stuff to see. She's got a lot of ornaments coming in. The ornaments have already been selling. 20% off. And then directly across is her other booth. You can see she's got a lot of great stuff here as well. And her booth, all the display pieces except for these two shelves here that I showed you are not for sale, and the doors and the shutters are not. But all the other pieces, these tables and such, are for sale. And that bookcase isn't, but I mean, you can kind of figure out. They're just the generic bookcases that you can get anywhere, so. And again, this is Jazzy Junk, and tonight we're just doing a walkabout of Gray Bar. Now, last night, I was in Belmont Farmhouse, and I did a little Facebook Live pop-up from her. I do Wednesday nights at 5:30. I sit in the vendor's booth and I do a Facebook Live, and they last about a half an hour, and you can purchase during the event or during the replay. Just send me messages. I know a lot of people are at work, they're on their way home, so I have a lot of people watching it after the fact, And then they just message me, they want this, they want that. And that area that I showed you with the stages, we hold the items up there until you can come in and pick it up. Or if we have to ship it, you know, it takes Don's my shipper, and he does still work full time on the trains. So he's not always able to get, if you bought a bunch of stuff together quickly. So if you need something quickly, let us know. If they're gifts and stuff, then we will make it a priority. Now, Belmont Farmhouse that I'm standing in is 30% off. And directly across from her is Nanny Goat, who was in here yesterday for a good portion of the day. She spent several hours working on her space. She is 30% off this month if it doesn't say firm. She's got a great way of doing vignettes and some interesting pieces. I featured that biscuit tin today on our Facebook, Instagram. Look at this pillar. And that's got a good price on it. That is, I love the details on this. 40, so that'd be 28. Very cool pillar. And this is Nanny Goat. And this is the other half shop. Some people come, they'll go right or left. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. And it'll always bring you back up to the front doors there. So, doesn't matter which way you go, you can't go wrong. And over here is the hip chick. She's also one of our 3 30% vendors. So all 3 30% vendors are right near each other currently. So this is the hip chick. She was in here for a long time today, working on her space as well. The lighting fixture is not for sale. It's very cool when it's on. Look at that mirror. That just came in recently. And again, she is at 30% off. I tell you, using this, I'm using I've never used a selfie stick before, but it's a lot easier than me holding the phone. I'm not always the most graceful person, so it actually makes it easier for me. So again, right now, I'm currently in the Hip Chicks booth, and she is a 30% off vendor. And across from her is the Looking Glass. And you've heard these names before when I was up in the front room. They do have their shelves there. So, and like I said, a lot of these booths, they do have lights, but I did turn them all off as I'm getting ready to close up for the evening. So the Looking Glass is 20% off. Oh, you're not working now, huh? Last night scared the heck. Last night I dropped my coffee over here. I was very upset about that, and he went off on me last night. Yeah, that's what he did. Right when I dropped my coffee, that's what I got to listen to. Because it wasn't bad enough that I spilled my coffee. I have to have this one laughing. Yeah. So again, right now I'm in Looking Glass's booth, and she is a 20% off vendor. And her name is the Looking Glass, as she specializes in color glass, but as you can see, definitely not limited to. And if she's watching this, she'll notice that her large Santa did sell while she's been off on vacation. Tail end of the Hip Chick. Over here is Redeemable Booths number 2. And she's got some amazing pieces of furniture. This just came in. It's interesting stand-up vanity, like a shaving mirror vanity here. This is a easel that's separate from it. And that's just $64, and there's your measurements. I'm just going to take this off so I can show you the piece without that there. So it's very cool. If you have a guest bedroom, it's a very neat piece to put in there. Or even in your bedroom. Now the easel doesn't want to open. Okay. So again, this is Redeemable's second booth, and you saw that she had one of these bookcases in that other booth, and she has one here. They are sold separately, but she does have 2 that match. So if you want to put these in the corner of the same room, there you go. You've got 2 matching bookshelves. So that was Redeemable. And then this is Burning Sensations' bigger booth, their second booth. This table that you're looking at here has sold. That will be leaving soon. And kind of enter in here and check it out. Lots of stuff on all these shelves hanging and just displayed so nicely. And again, 20% off, not marked firm. You got to take your time and go through and make sure you see everything in the shop and in all these booths. They've been curated so nicely. Our vendors have done such a great job at finding unique treasures and antiques and vintage collectibles at prices that are really very good. That's a nice scale, very good condition. It has the tray. That's a very good price. That's a hanging grocery scale for $100. They have reproduction ones, and the scale part isn't even real, and they're asking that much for them. So this is a real scale for that price. And if you ever thought about decorating with antiques, look at how we can start so easily here with all the great treasures that we have here at a nominal cost and won't break your bank. And just to add to all your vintage finds as well. And over here is Andover Junction's booth. She's got this space here. She's got these 2 bookcases and this wall and then this corner over here. And takes us back to over here. We do have some more of the hardware selection over here as well. So thank you for joining me on my brief, like I said, I just wanted to do a walkthrough so you get an idea of how large the shop is and what to expect when you come in at Gray Barn Antiques. I'm just going to give you the information on how to reach us. So our phone number is 973-786-5555. Our website is graybarnantiques.com and has all the hyperlinks to all of our social media. Our email is graybarnantiques.com. And here's all our social media and our hours. Take care and have a wonderful evening.